So let's simply find ourselves in a wide knees position, all the way with the forehead on your mat. Take a deep breath in, and then gentle exhalation. No comparison and no judgment in this room. We just practicing a loving, nurturing, kind words of affirmation towards ourselves and of course towards others. Let's slowly come on up, rise up gently, and come on up on your fingertips. And then send your elbows down towards the floor. Stretch the upper back, nice and gentle. And then come on up a little bit higher, round the spine. Relax your neck and stay on your fingertips if you can. Come on back down and send your elbows towards the mat. And let's do it for a couple more times. Come on up. And exhalation, back down, elbows down towards the floor. Come on back up. Soft neck. And come on back down. Go ahead and bring the elbows on the floor and walk with me to one side of the mat, all the way to one side of the mat. So you can feel the stretch in your left side right now if you're following me. And then slowly walk towards the other side of your mat. Cover your left hand with your right hand. Very gentle, very natural stretch for the back. And slowly return back towards the center. Take your arms all the way to the front and make your gentle transfer all the way towards the upward facing dog or cobra or sphinx on your elbows. Come on back towards your child pose. Slowly, vertebra by vertebra, nice and gentle, all the way up toward the cobra, up dog, or even on your elbows, sphinx. Let's do it just one more time. All the way. Go ahead and stop right here with me and look above one shoulder. And then all the way above another shoulder. And let's do it one more time. All the way to the other side. Go ahead and transfer your body weight towards your tabletop and begin a little gentle lateral stretches. Just like you're trying to take a look what's happening with your tailbone. It's a gentle movement through the lower back. Gentle movement through the lower back. And then we will expand on this movement a little bit. We're gonna add a little hips, just side to side. Gently sit your one hip on the floor and then gently sit your another hip on the ground as well. Again, you don't have to rise up off the floor so high. Just move your body so it feels good on your wrist, on your shoulders, on your elbows. Make sure you add that little tiny twist here in the lower back. Then sit on one side, any side you like it. Open it up a little bit further. We're gonna do both, so it doesn't really matter which side you open first. Go ahead and switch the direction. Open it up and stretch and lift. Shoulders away from the ears. Come back to the center. Reach your right arm and your left leg. Hold your balancing tabletop or put your foot or your hand on the floor. Go ahead and bind with me. My body is still shaking after that HIIT class we did. And if you did it with us, you can definitely feel it probably. Keep on breathing, guys, keep on breathing. What we're gonna do, we're gonna go take our leg and extend on the floor and take our arm, which was holding the bind, and extend it up front. Put your forehead on the ground, press your toes into the floor as well. Nice and gentle. So stay with me right here on your forearms right now. So your foot is behind, and if that is already low, you don't have to go for any farther binds. Press your heels down towards the floor even more on that extended leg so you can feel Achilles and hamstring stretch. If you feel a lot of freedom and strength, just like we did a bind in the balancing tabletop, we're gonna do it on our elbows and knees. Take a deep breath, guys. Don't hold the breath, because once you hold your breathing, all it does, it's messing up with your balance greatly. Go ahead and tap your toes again and stretch. We're gonna go for another little balancing asana here. Come on up and put your right elbow on the floor. Stay on your hand if you have to. Stay on your left hand, just right here. Or go ahead and reach up towards your left ankle with your left hand all together. Forward reach pose. We haven't practiced this one at this particular club and this particular class on Saturdays for a long time. This is a strong balancing asana. Awareness to the core and balance, guys. Breathe. Come on back towards the center. And come on up and round the spine. Relax your neck. Give me just a couple movements. Just a couple of those. And go ahead and reach. This time your left arm and your right leg. Just opposite to what you already did. Stomach in. Nice and tight. All the way. Reach and extend. And see if you can bind. Don't worry if your bind is not perfect. Tap the floor anytime you have to. Take a deep breath in. Don't shake. Go ahead and put your toes on the floor and extend your arm. And all, guys, you have to do, all you have to do is to lean back towards the toes and heels. Put the forehead on the floor. Then slowly come on up on your both forearms with me and press your toes even farther and the heel towards the ground so you can feel Achilles and hamstring stretch here. If you feel grounded, feel ready, go ahead and left arm towards the left ankle. Just exactly what we did in our balancing tabletop. Stay with me. Come on back to the floor. And if you feel balanced and grounded, we're gonna go for partridge pose. Now you can hold your right hand on the floor for support along with the left. You don't have to lift it up and open up. But most of you guys so good with your balance. We keep on practicing. Bind if you can bind, right? Gorgeous, very, very good. Hold it with me for a couple more extra breaths. Come on back to the center. And this time we're gonna put our knees a little bit wider, mat width apart. And take your hips all the way down towards your child pose or towards your puppy. Hold your puppy pose with me. From your puppy, slowly come on back up all the way to your downward facing dog. Go ahead and drop your head and relax your neck and head all the way through. Take a deep breath in and deep breath out. And all you have to do right now is to reach your right hand towards your left ankle. Keep your eyes closed or open, whichever you like. If it's very tough asana for you guys, make sure you put your knees on the floor. Go ahead and drive your left hand towards your right ankle. It doesn't have to be your ankle. It can be definitely your calf, your thigh. And let's slowly put our both hands back on the floor. Rise your right leg and give me a gentle hip circle. Just a gentle hip circle. And then go ahead and rise it, right leg up. Come on up on the tippy toes on your left. And draw your knee towards your nose, guys. Give me a gentle curl with your body. Curl it down. Come on back up. And curl it back again. Knee towards the nose. Let's curl it one more time, crew. And towards the nose. Come on up and put your left knee on the floor if you have to for your push down chaturanga. Always use your knees on the floor, my intermediate and advanced. You team know what to do. Raise your left leg. And we begin this side with the circles, just the gentle circles. And then prepare for that tiger curl. Lift that leg up. Come on up on the tippy toes. Curl through the center of your body. Carry over the weight, knee towards the nose. On exhalation, reach it back up. All the way, knee towards the nose, guys. Take it back up all the way. Let's do it just one more time. You can do it. Prepare for chaturanga team of your choice. Chaturanga of your choice. Up dog and downward facing dog. All the way back to your downward facing dog. Beautiful. Look halfway through. Bend your knees. Step walk or hop to the center. Fold forward with me. My beginners, practice your ragdoll. You can bend your knees, grab your elbows, and just sway side to side. Stay with me, guys. Come on up and transfer your body weight towards your toes. Then body weight towards the heels, waking up. Achilles and ankles. Come on up towards the toes. And towards the heels again. Try to lean a little bit more back, a little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more. And belly towards the quadricep. Bend your both knees, bring your both hands up front of the chest. Right up here. And this is a good, put your both feet on the floor. This is a good position for beginners. If you feel without changing the spine position, you can extend your arms. Go ahead for it. Quality chair pose. Go ahead for a gentle sweep. Hips forward and chest slightly up toward the ceiling. Come on back up to your chair pose of your choice, guys. That can be your hands right next to your chest. Body weight away from the toes. And try to lead up and open up through the rib cage, through your heart. Big sweep this time. And try to go for a little bit deeper back bend. Come on back to the forward fold. Let's compensate. Let's compensate. How are you feeling? Waking up? Waking up, especially if that's your first class today. Look halfway through, guys. Bend your knees and tap your one foot, your right foot with me on the floor. So like you do the calf raise, right? Go ahead and sweep, but stay in your chair. Let's make sure, crew, your cell phones are down. Let's be respectful to each other. How would you feel if I'm gonna say, hold on guys, stay in the downward facing dog. I'm gonna check on my Instagram post, or it's got 1,000 views. Would you like to see it? That would be wrong, right? All right, come on up guys, grab your knee. It's very destructive. I prepared this practice for you. It's over 80 asanas, every single class we do, believe it or not. And every single distraction as a text message takes it all out of the door. It's very hard to focus. And for everyone else, we come here to rest from electronics. Hopefully, all the way ankle inside. Bring your both hands up front. See if you can close your eyes for just a couple seconds. For just a couple seconds. And we're gonna come back for the balance a little bit later as well. But for right now, we just do a gentle tree pose. And if you will decide to bind your hands with me, go ahead. No judgment, no comparison, no frustration, just a load of appreciation to what our body can do for us. And we will return to the gentle chair pose with the same toe tap, guys. The same toe tap. And this time we're gonna take our both hands up front and give it a gentle rotation. Hold it with me for the few extra breaths. Come on back up for the full chair pose. Sweep it all the way towards the right. Sweep it all the way towards the left. All the way towards the right. Big sweep towards the left. Come on up for your gentle or big and beautiful back bend. Come back up. Both hands up front of the heart. Tadasana. Close your eyes and try to find yourself back, grounded on the floor. Prepare for the chair pose. Go ahead and tap your left rising heel. Breathe in and breathe out, guys. Breathe in and breathe out. Take a deep breath in, a little bit lower. And on exhalation, slowly coming up. Go ahead and take your knee outside. We're gonna go for the gentle tree pose of your choice. You can definitely top the floor, guys. You can definitely top the floor if you have to. If you're ready to join for the little arm bind, go ahead and do so. Take a deep breath in. Don't worry, you can always top the floor. Undo the arms. We're gonna go for the same chair pose. Top the left. Shift the body weight away from the toes. Bring the hands up front. Go ahead and find yourself in a gentle twist over that left knee. Do your best to set your one elbow above another. And keep the toes up on the left if you can. Come on back up to the regular chair pose. This time sweep it along your body and come on up on the tippy toes. Sweep it back up and a back bend. Your tippy toes is your option, sweep it back. Come on up. Tippy toes is your option. One more gentle or beautiful big one. Back bend. Come on back to the front. Bring your both hands up front. Close your eyes. Reconnect back with yourself. We're ready for the standing balance. Go ahead and top your right foot behind. Hold your hands right up front. This is more gentle variation of the balancing warrior 3. If you going to progress, arms all the way up front. Take your time. Take your time, team. Go ahead and top your left hand on the floor. Ardha Chandrasana. Today we're also practicing star pose, and then we're gonna go for the pyramid and variations for the back stretches. Go ahead and bind in your Ardha Chandrasana if you're ready. Nice and gentle. And slowly start to come back up for your star. Take your time. Beautiful. Go ahead and put your right foot slightly behind. So it's not your warrior 1 wide step, it's much closer. Now take your hips to the front, like this. So if you hold it here, your elbows looking straight to the sides. We fold in from the hip flexor. You don't have to hold your hands there, it's just for an example. So you fold in not through your knees, not through the back, but you fold in forward through the hip flexor towards your extended leg. I know. Take a few extra exhalations here before we progress. My beginners, if you have to rise up and come out, please do so. Intermediate and advanced, go ahead and bind your hands. Rise up. Gentle back bend, undo your hands if you have to. Come on back to the center. Fold forward again one more time, and we're gonna walk towards the right ankle. If you can reach, that's amazing. If you can't reach, that's amazing. Something to strive for. Just do what you can. Nice and gentle stretches, soft knees, Achilles, hamstrings on the both legs. Neutral spine. Come on back to the center. Take your both hands on the floor. Step back to your chaturanga. Downward facing dog. I know. Take your time. Bend your knees a couple times, right and left and right. Dive into your child pose if you have to. We need to finish the balance from the other side. Go ahead and step towards the center of your mat. Fold forward. Come on up. Bring both hands up front. Lift your left. And we're gonna go for the preparation variation with the hands up front of the chest. Balancing warrior 3. You can always stay right where you are. You can also put your arms on the side, on the almost like airplane arms position, or you can come up with me. See if you can take your elbows along your ears and level your arms and legs. I know, soften your right knee. Extend your left. Go ahead and send your right hand on the floor for our Chandrasana. The way you like to practice it, use your blocks. We're getting ready for the star. Take your time, tap the floor. Beautiful transitions, guys. Make sure that you breathe in. We're going for pyramid pose. So your feet slightly more narrow than warrior stance, hips to the front, to the front. If it's too close, it's going to be hard. If it's too far, it's going to be hard. So in between, hips to the front, and start to fold through the hip flexor exactly. And you don't have to go overly deep. If you start to feel that your knees bending, stop right there and use your blocks, guys, on the side. Let's spend a few precious breaths here. Don't hurry up to come up. If you need to change your position, please do. Otherwise, rise up a little bit, sweep your arms back, bind, and fold forward again. Come on up slowly, little back bend. Come on back onto those hands, fold back forward. We're gonna go for the left hand, left ankle this time, left ankle. Whether you can reach it or not, it's not a big deal. Let's slowly return back. Put your hands up front, prepare for chaturanga of your choice. Elbows around the ribcage if you're doing a full push-up. Put your knees on the floor anytime you have to. Come on up. Rise your right leg. Step forward to your runner lunge. Nice and wide, guys, right here. Come on up with me and make sure your hips square. If you feel that your legs is not holding you properly in the runner lunge, put your back knee on the floor. Come on up slightly and hover your belly right over. Right over. Scoop the stomach in, keep the body strong, engaged, and breathing at the same time. Fire horse. Pivot on the left foot, warrior two. Gaze over the right hand. Do your best not to rely on the back leg, just lightly tap it. Come on up. Put your both hands up front of the heart, like we did in the chair pose. Put your elbow outside. Hold it strong, side angle pose. Hold it for a few more breaths with me. Go ahead and extend your knee. Put your right hand on the floor, Trikonasana. What you want to do, you want to make sure that you use your block and your shins if you feel that your hips leaning back too much. You want to be able to breathe, to be open, to send your chest over the side of the room. Gaze forward or gaze up towards the extended arm. Close your eyes if you have a good balance. Come on back to the front side, extended stretch. Very similar to what we did in the pyramid pose, but here your feet are wider. Most likely your hips is on the right now, so I want you to move them back to the center. Plant your back foot really nicely before you fold forward. Reverse triangle today. Hand on the floor, your left hand on the floor. Your hips are not leaning towards the right. You can hold your right hand on the waistline if you have to. Your torso long and extended from that tailbone towards the top of your hand, guys. From the tailbone towards the top of your hand. Back to the center. Pivot on the foot, low lunge. We're gonna rest a little bit in the lizard. Your lizard doesn't have to be a really low asana here. You can put your hands on the blocks. You can put your forehead on the fist. You can use your blocks anytime you have to. Some of you are so good in your lizard, so go ahead, Tim, and just fold all the way through. Come on, back up slowly. Intermediate and advanced, go for your chaturangas. Everyone else, just use your tabletop team. I will meet you all in your downward facing dog. Take your time. We're gonna spend a few breaths in the downward facing dog, moving a little bit around. If you need to go to child pose, do that. Before we're gonna raise the left leg. If you are in your child now, come back to your downward facing dog, raise your left leg. Step forward to your runner lunge. Runner lunge is a strong asana. Make sure you square those hips. Arms up. Nice and strong, team, nice and strong. If your legs don't support a good runner lunge, I would rather you to be in a low lunge. Gorgeous, everybody. All right, rise up a little bit. Stomach in, neutral, tight, your back is neutral. And hover your torso, not your arms. Arms staying along the ears. Lengthening from the shoulders to the fingertips. Warrior two. That was a beautiful transition, everybody. Plant your both feet equally strong. Gaze towards the front. Tap your back leg super lightly. Take the chest up. Come on back to the warrior. Put your both hands up front. Namaste. Elbow outside of the left inner thigh. Stack your elbows. Open up to Trikonasana triangle. Make sure you move your hips from the back to the center. Gentle movements in the back and the rib cage, in the hips. Make sure you keep your body mobile, not stiff. Open up towards the ceiling. And slowly fold forward, everyone. Side extended stretch. Hips forward. And square. Transfer a little bit more body weight towards the back leg and continue to fold. Before we open to the revolve triangle, let's make sure, guys, your hips are not on the left. It's in the center, right? It's in the center. Now you put your hand on the block. For the beginners, it's a sure thing. Use the block for revolve triangle. And then rotate first. Put the hands on the waistline. Plant your back foot before you open it. It should be a natural open here. You don't force your shoulders. It feels really natural for the spine. Lengthening from the tailbone to the top of your head, guys. To the top of your head. Your spine is long and extended. Stay with me. And let's finish this flow with a lizard. Your lizard, not your neighbor lizard. Don't be afraid to use your blocks. Start elbows on the floor or on the blocks, and then dive deeper down when you're ready, if you're ready. Come on back up. All right, your chaturanga is optional, but I know you guys absolutely love to work strong. So come on down. I gotta make you work hard. I'm not gonna be there for a whole week. Not gonna be here in Lake Mary. All right, crew. All right. We're almost through. Go ahead and bend your knees. Put your knees on the floor. Take your ankles wider. Floor time. If you're not sitting on the seat bones, guys, if you're not sitting on the floor, you need to sit on the blocks. In the home practice, sit on the pillow. Close your eyes. We're gonna spend a little bit time in Virasana. Today we're gonna practice also little turtle, boats. And we're gonna move on the back. If you feel freedom in your hips, we're gonna put our hands up front. Maybe just hands and elbows. Maybe you want to put some blocks up front. and put your arms on the blocks. Some of you are really flexible on the hips, so just go ahead and fold forward. Come on back up. Do your transitions to your boat the way you know, the way you can, the way your body is moving. I'm gonna go and meet you right there in a boat. Take a look, beginners. You can always tap one leg on the floor. Stomach is in and tight. You want to feel your abs, you want to feel your core. If you don't feel it, that means you're sitting too high. Your legs are too high. You want to feel your abdomen working. That way it's changing, it's getting stronger. Come on up. Not your shoulders, not your jaw, not the forehead, your abdomen, guys. Let's do just one more, you can. Bring your both feet together. Like this. Very nice. Very good balance, everybody. Go ahead and press them closer. Find the middle ground where you can hold the balance and bring the feet up. Very nice work. Put your left foot on the ground. Take your right and open it up a little bit more. A little bit more. That's very nice, guys. If that's very easy for you, go ahead and put it a little bit higher. Just opening. We're gonna repeat that little balance practice we did in the Lake Mary. We practiced. I will give you a little tip. It looks very advanced, okay? It's not scary, but advanced. But it's actually not. It's a lot of arm strength. So you're gonna put your arms, and you guys, most of you ready for this. Just hold this like this, just like it's hanging. Put the hands on the floor. It's gonna be easier for you to follow along. Then put the bottom leg and bind it. Just bind it. Come on up. Of course, my intermediate and advanced, you guys already going. Let's try to get up off the floor one more time. I'm gonna teach you how to do it. Reach the leg, hanging on the upper part of your arm, like on your bicep, okay? On your bicep and tricep. Put the hands, you have to put the hands that way that you feel the leverage. You feel the leverage of its own arm and hand. Then you don't have to bind the feet. You can push yourself with the foot on the floor. You can push yourself with the foot on the floor. And make a movement forward. And then that's it. This is it. Forward, one more time, forward. You gotta try in order to be, that's good, very good. And then once you hang in there, then you're gonna go for, this is a little bit more advanced. Okay. Left side practice. Go ahead and bring your both feet. Give them a hug. All right. Go ahead and let it go. I think about you like the strong, driven people who wants to become stronger, because guess what? As we age, we need more work towards our body. We can't do the same thing what we did 20 years ago. It's not gonna work like that. We always want to work a little bit more than we did yesterday. Learn a little bit more than we did yesterday. Put the hand, just let it hang. Put the hands to the place where you feel the leverage. See, I hold my foot on the floor now. Just like this. Good job, Sarah. Good job. So it's actually, I think, easier with the bind eventually. I'm gonna practice with you again. Hands, arm. All right, come on guys, make me feel like a good instructor. Let's go. We go, just a couple movements. Just a couple movements. Just kind of get up, you know? Get up from the floor with the bottom. Once you feel that the get up is pretty easy. Hands. And up. And all the way. All right, come back. Shake it out. Go ahead and draw those glutes from out. Reach arms all the way up. Forward fold. The turtle is going to be a piece of candy now. All the way. All right. We're going to go ahead and put our feet wider, like this. A little bit. Maybe you want to put them a tiny little bit more wider, but to begin with is good. Put the hands up front. Maybe it's not elbows yet. Maybe that's just the hands. Try to feel the position. What do you feel? Where do you feel hips? If it feels really good, go ahead and sneak your arms under. Just under. That's a good beginner turtle. That's a great variation of the turtle, which going somewhere. Go ahead and start to extend your legs first. Very nice. My turtle is really not good, you know? No, it's not. Well, I judge myself really, really hard on everything. Maybe not as a good thing always, but I have ways for the turtle to go. That's what I say. So continue guys to extend the legs. Continue to extend them. Make sure you go only as far as you can come back up. We're gonna sit there for a few breaths. Come on up the way you can. Call for help. Someone may come. All right, we're gonna move to the sleeping turtle. Even though it's a little bit more advanced asana, it's actually easier on the shoulders and hips, but it's some flexibility. So move your feet closer. Instead, taking arms outside, we're gonna take them behind. Little thing, grab your strap and throw it around. Now some of you will be able to buy it on those hands. Sleeping turtle. And let's slowly undo it. Oh. Come on back. We're gonna go ahead and lay down. Time is flying as always. Come on down all the way on your mat. Go ahead and extend your legs. Take your arms all the way behind and stretch. Go ahead and draw your right knee towards the chin, chest, or belly. And then go ahead and put your single leg into the bound angle. Give it a gentle stretch, just stay there. And then simply carry over this leg all the way across like you do in a cow face pose halfway. If not, just keep it the next to that extended left leg. Go ahead and draw your left knee over the chest or belly. And then halfway Baddha Konasana. And then carry over that leg to the half cow face pose on your back. Or simply put it next towards your extended right leg. Bring your both legs up. And Halasana or plow pose. And slowly return back towards your mat and extend your legs all the way, guys. All the way on your mat. Take your arms all the way behind the head, like you just woke up after the long night of healthy, useful, restorative sleep. Physical body, your mind, your soul, your spirit, it's all part of the one. One can be without another. Healthy mind and healthy body for healthy mind and healthy soul. Life has so many wonderful, fantastic, beautiful things to offer to us. But if we don't have a healthy physical body, in sharp mind, steady state of emotional health, spiritual health, we can't enjoy what this life has to offer. All the dreams, all the aspirations, all the desires will go down to the drain. No health, no nothing. While we're here all together, I want you to take a deep breath in through your nose and expand your belly. Inhale health and exhale all the anxiety, frustration, discontent, laziness, dislikes. We all human beings, that's okay. But the commitment comes within. No one can do it for you. No one can fix it. Only you can. And by your own deeds, you can inspire others. Take a deep breath in. Keep your eyes closed. And on exhalation, come on up to the seated position. Bring your both hands up front of your heart as a universal sign of the gratitude. Let's look inside our hearts. Find the strength, commitment, love, passion about life. Let's rise the gratitude for everything we already have as well. We can move, we can practice, we can serve others. We have homes, we have families to serve and to love. We have our physical bodies, shelter for the soul. Look inside your heart, smile with your heart, fill your heart with content and love. And share those sensations, those feelings with others. Smile with your heart and flow through the rest of this week with unshakable love and peace inside. Namaste. Great work, guys. I am just so proud of you all.